Hi everyone, Nathan Hutton here from Ecommerce Uncovered. I went to a meetup last night for e-commerce owners, and they had a panel of people from a variety of different e-commerce businesses talking about content marketing and its role, I guess, in e-commerce today. And it kind of raised a couple of interesting questions there about what kind of information can you take from someone else's experience in e-commerce and apply to your particular store. One thing I've noticed is that it's really easy to get caught up when you see, maybe it's a new social media platform come out and everybody's saying this is how you use it. You've got to use it for e-commerce and or content marketing. You've got to have a blog and you've got to keep producing content for that blog. And it's very easy to get caught up and think that you have to do it, and if you're not doing it, you're going to get left behind. I think because we have a variety of different niches, one of the things that's shown us is that there are certain products that might be more socially engaging than others. For example, let's say you sell used spare parts. If you go out there trying to do a blog post every day on used spare parts, or try to get a Facebook group going for people to discuss, what kind of used spare parts they need for their spa, then I'm sorry, but it's probably not going to work for you. Whereas if you're in a teen fashion niche, for example, social media might be an amazing traffic driver for you, an amazing community engagement tool for you. So I guess I just want to highlight the fact that not every tool is great for every niche. Sometimes content marketing, where you're constantly producing different blog posts and how-to posts, might work for a particular e-commerce store but not for another one. Obviously social media, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or Periscope or any of these platforms, might be a great tool for one of your stores but not for another one of your stores. So it's really important not to get too caught up with it. You've got to look into these things and you've got to try them. But if they don't work for your store, don't get too frustrated. Don't think that, hey, you must be doing something wrong. Sometimes it's just not something that's going to work for your particular niche. That is where you can have a look at your competitors sometimes and have a look and see if anything that they're doing is successful. But also remember that some of these things can actually be huge time wasters, and your competitors, they might be happy to waste that time and money for something that doesn't really work. So always make sure that things come back to the bottom line. Is the time and effort you're putting into something worth the sales, not the likes, not the social engagement, or it actually always has to come back to sales, then ditch it and don't feel guilty about it. Just ditch it. So I know it's a short video this time, but I felt it was important to raise that. I noticed a few people asking questions of this panel last night. You could see that they were hearing from some $100 million company, their content marketers telling you, oh, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. But it was clear that what they were doing was ideal for their niche, but not necessarily for the audience, the audience's niche, the members that were asking the questions. But sometimes it's very difficult for you to say, well, I should listen to this guy. He's the content manager for this massive company. But you got to sometimes know your own niche. With our particular model, because you're going after finding a keyword, you're finding traffic before you actually select the niche. Sometimes you won't know too much about the product when you first start your site. We always say that you don't have to be passionate about the product when you select it. You're really looking for a market that wants to buy that product. But once you have selected it, once you're getting traffic and once you are making sales, there is a point where you need to start learning about that product, learning about any communities that might be around that particular product, and then start learning what tools are out there that you can use for that particular niche and that particular product and that particular community that'll actually work for it. That's it. That's all I got to say for this video, and I hope somebody out there finds it helpful. Cheers. Bye.